Malcolm. How's it going?
Oh, it's all good, thank you. Hi, Star, you're up.
Yay, love your accent. You probably hear that a lot. Okay. So I actually started watching Champion. I'm on like I think I just finished episode 3.
Okay.
So I'm at the point
No
where
spoilers. No spoilers.
I might be at am I at episode 4? I don't know. I'll tell you where I am without giving out too much info. But like it's at the point where Vita's songbook got stolen. And then like Honey and Bosco, they made a song, and then like now the lines are drawn in the sand, right? So I'm kind of starting with this because it's very juicy and it starts really quickly. And I think this is like right on time, especially given like, rap shit got canceled, right?
Yes.
But I
Yes. Yes.
think the people, and I think I can speak for the people, we love a good like music industry drama, right? So this
Yes.
is right on time. So just like give me your elevator pitch for why people should check this out.
Right. Why people should check out Champion. I think it's such a seamless watch, amazing watch. I think you can literally be on episode 5 tonight if you started tonight. Do you know what I mean? And you wouldn't really know. And I think the acting performances in it are phenomenal, both individually, collectively. Um, the scenes that are done together versus scenes that are done singly. It's a brilliant storyline as well. Um, it's entertaining, man. There's a lot of drama in there. There's a lot of reasons to want to watch it. And I think if the drama isn't captivating enough for you, the music definitely is.
Yeah.
So there's something about it I think for everybody. Everyone who can watch it is gonna find something they like about it. And also I think it touches on some real topics. It touches on some things that
Mhm.
are very, very close to home, family dynamics and the things that go wrong there, mental health and the things that go wrong there. Do you know what I mean? And it touches on all of those, I guess, all of these interesting topics. But overall, I'd say the main attraction for me is how family orientated it is. How much you can sit there with your kids and watch it. How much you can sit there with your friends and watch it. Your mom, your grandma, your dog.
Mhm.
It don't matter who you're with. So yeah, I think it's seamless for anybody trying to watch it.
Yeah, and you touched on like how relatable it is, like with the family dynamics, and like he got out of prison and he's kind of because I'm American, so I'm more in touch with like the U.S. prison system, but like
Yeah.
seeing some of the stuff that happened like in episode 1 when the people called the cops just for them having a
Yeah.
party in the daytime, right?
Yeah.
So that was very relatable. But tell me like what you channeled personally to kind of bring Bosco to life.
So I think a lot of what I channeled was more secondhand experiences. It was more talking to people,
Hmm.
and because I felt like the music side of Bosco was not going to be a problem. I felt like the acting when he isn't dealing with mental health was also not going to be a problem. So me,
Hmm.
my main focus was his mental health situation and making sure that I was on top of that and making sure that the people that I was talking to actually had experienced PTSD and actually understood
Mm.
what it meant to go through that so that I have an accurate depiction. And then also finding what happens during a PTSD episode that is very easy to pull off on camera or like most relatable. So that's where I think the panic attacks and things of that nature come into play, because those were the things that kept coming back to me that people did. And they were like, when I'm going through it, I really do be having panic attacks and I really do
Hmm.
be finding it hard to find my breath and I'm discombobulated and I don't know where I am. And so I tried to play into those elements a lot, given the advice. So I guess I'd had to basically, yeah, would have had to channel a lot of secondhand experiences
Hmm.
with the character himself. When it came to the music, it was just more or less just doing what I do regardless, because I'd make music a long time before I had the role of Bosco. So it was just quite simple in that respect. But then I guess just him him being himself, he's a very multifaceted person in the sense that he has a lot of bravado, but there is a very broken, vulnerable man inside of him. So
Hmm.
finding that was very difficult for me. I guess that was the other thing outside of the mental health that was quite difficult. I had to channel a lot of vulnerability, which I didn't actually know I had prior
Hmm.
to the role. So I was learning a lot about myself in that aspect. I was learning that there were softer sides to me, so to speak,
Hmm.
or things of that nature. And that was great for me. It was like a me finding myself in ways.
Dope. And how much were you involved in like writing some of the music? Just curious because I know you do music.
No, so not for my actual character. My character's music, all of his music was written by Getz, who's a big rapper over here. He's
Okay.
a mad rapper in the UK. So he's even somebody I grew up listening to, funnily enough.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was a full circle moment for me as well, because he's like a legend in the UK now, but he's a legend from my particular area.
Okay.
It's like
Okay.
he's from like a stone's throw away from me. So it's almost like growing up and then finally working with him in an adult life was crazy to me. But yeah, that was amazing.
Okay. Well, you know what? Speaking of like your favorite rappers, can you name like your top five dead or alive? And like give me like a reason why. And I know it can
DOA is
change too, like based
so
on mood.
DOA is very difficult, but I'm going to probably say 50 Cent, because I just feel like when he came out, he was unstoppable,
Mhm.
genuinely. And I listened to a lot of his music growing up. So I think he was almost like background music at that point. Do you know
Okay.
what I mean? He was very much in my household. I say Biggie Smalls. I love the way he manipulates lyrics. I love the way his cadence is it's very seamless in a sense where he can any beat, he probably just deal with it. Um, this is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets very tricky. Oh, DOA, Dead or Alive is where it just went crazy. Maybe let's put Tupac in there for the conscious
Okay.
lyrics
Okay.
and probably the most amazing diss track of all time. So let's put Tupac in the mix for that. Okay, so we've done conscious, we've done a bit of wavy, we've done serious. Who else? Top five rappers DOA. I'm gonna go for probably Nas.
Okay.
I think lyrically he's ridiculous. And maybe Jay-Z or DMX.
Okay. Okay. I'll let you have. I'll let you have. Yeah. Yeah. That's because
Yeah,
that's a
Jay-Z or DMX,
tough
I'd say.
question.
I'd probably say DMX because I think DMX was a better lyricist, but I think Jay-Z had obviously a much longer career. Do you know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
maybe I have to respect the longevity a bit more. But yeah, I'd probably say that, yeah.
Right. That's a solid catalog. Okay. Got
Not
it.
bad. Not bad to find.
And I want to kind of touch back on Champion because like I feel like it's a twist where like his sister is writing his lyrics, right? Like I was like, oh, okay. And then like it kind of speaks to like women are kind of killing it in hip hop right now too.
Yes,
Like
yes, yes,
talk a little
yes.
bit about that.
I thought no, genuinely, I thought it was an amazing touch to the story. Obviously, when you're going through it in real time, it is embarrassing. It's like, no, she doesn't write my lyrics. But I think genuinely, when I was reading it and I understood that this was gonna be how the storyline went, I thought it was a really good touch because a lot of the times people, whether it be female or male, people do have, especially artists, they do have people in their teams and their arsenals
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
are this useful to them, that are kind of their go-to person, and they get overlooked a lot of the time. So just having that opportunity to be played out, and like you said as well, just to show the woman empowerment on screen and to have those elements come into play a lot more was amazing because as well it's not a uncommon thing that women rappers as well, especially, they're
Hmm.
not as sought after as male rappers, they're not as listened to as male rappers. They're not as championed, no pun intended, as male
Yeah.
rappers. So yeah, to actually show an element of this is the person you champion, but this is the real champion. That was amazing. I thought that was really nice. It was a good touch for the storyline, and also just a good touch to show that these things do really happen, and that we shouldn't underestimate anybody at all.
Nice. Okay. So we got to wind everything down. Do you have anything you want to add?
Watch Champion. Go and watch
Yeah.
Champion. Make sure you go to Netflix and type Champion and you will not be disappointed.
I agree. I'm like thinking about the like I'm really like I only stopped watching because I needed to go to bed.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. It gets better. For me, honestly, it gets better as it goes along. So I think, yeah, as you watch it, you become more and more and more and more invested, which is also a really good thing as well.
And it's set in South London, right?
Set in South London,
London.
shot in Birmingham. A lot of it was shot in Birmingham. And then episode 6 was shot in Jamaica.
Oh wow. Okay. Nice. Before I go, I gotta say, like, South London. I've been to London. I've never been to South London and get to explore South London, but just
Oh, you
watching
should
it.
definitely South
Oh
London.
yeah,
It's a
I'm trying to go back.
culture. It's definitely the epitome of culture. It's got a lot of multicultural things going on down there, and it's lovely. It's
I can see
vibrant.
it.
Yeah. Genuinely, you go through one of the markets over there, you'll feel like you are back home.
It feels very much like I live in Flatbush, Brooklyn right now. Like, if it has kind of a similar look, and I can see that
Yes. I
for
feel like New
sure.
York and London are very similar, especially like
Hmm.
the more Bronxy areas and things of that
Hmm.
nature. Very, very similar.
For sure. Well, thank you so much. I look forward to watching the rest of Champion and seeing what else you got going on.
Thank you. I appreciate you, Star. Thank you.
No
Have a
problem.
lovely
You too.